Hello, it is Lanice here with SLIP. SLIP stands for Speaking Life into People. Let me just first give you a quick rundown of where I am right now at this very moment. Right now it is currently 1:57 a.m. If you know me, you know I work nights, so I'm a little used to being up this late, but I am not used to recording this late. And I'm not used to having to have a whole bunch of energy this late either. My job is pretty laid back around this time, so I'm trying to give it all I got, but something really just came to me today and just told me to re-record a video. So this week's topic I had already recorded like months ago, but I don't feel like I was really being me in the video. I don't feel like I was really just being who I really am. It was staged, and I also just don't feel like I was at this place where I am now. I feel like at that time I had all the knowledge because I read a lot about the topic. I experienced the topic in my life a lot, but I still was just not at that place where I was applying any of the wisdom that I had got from having such a hard head. Just to give you a quick rundown of my day, I have been to my friend Quita. I met Quita when I was rapping. She's an awesome makeup artist in Charlotte, North Carolina. She had her first makeup class. Makeup 101 is what she calls it, and it's just where she takes a group of girls and she calls it a sip and slay because they have wine, they have food. It was awesome. But she takes a group of girls who basically don't know too much about makeup, and she teaches them makeup. And if you know me, you know I have been wanting to learn how to do my eyebrows, and I feel like Quita, what I came to learn, I learned, and it was a great success. I had a great time. And so after having such a great time, I just felt like I just needed to re-record this video because I was not as happy as I am right now. Like, I'm happy. Little goals, y'all. I'm telling y'all, little goals is what's going to lead to that big goal. And learning how to fill in my eyebrows, just having a basic idea, because YouTube did not help me with this one. So that little goal right there, it just made me elated today. And so this week's topic is how to know it is time to change your negative thinking. And I feel like today's good day ties into that, because I feel like when I was a negative thinker, or on the days where I'm just really not thinking as positive as I'd like, I wouldn't be able to enjoy the little goals. I wouldn't be able to be grateful for the little moments like I had today. So I felt like tonight, I feel like now what I'm telling you is real, whereas the pre-recorded show or vlog episode was not. I wouldn't have been able to give you my all. Okay. I have a blanket because I have on sweatpants under here, because like I said, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and this is me. This is how I am at 2 o'clock in the morning. I probably really might have a white tee on, honestly, so I kept my shirt on, but yeah. Anyways, today's topic is how to know when it is time to change your thinking. When is the time to change your thinking? Okay. So I just have a short list of ways that I noticed in my life, like things that I can point out that lets me know, okay, Lanice, it's just time. You need to go the positive route on this one. So one way that one way I knew it was time for me to change my thinking was my lack of faith. I never ever would feel like things are working out for my good. I always felt like everybody was against me. I just felt like I didn't have anything to believe in. At one point in time, if I couldn't believe in myself, then it was nothing else I can believe in. Like, things are just gonna be like this forever. And then whenever I realized that I have to have faith and think positive, I just saw things change in my life whenever I started to have faith in God. Alright, so the number 2 way that I knew that it was just absolutely time to change my thinking was I was constantly comparing myself to other people. And see, the trick about comparing yourself is you only compare yourself to somebody that you feel opposes a threat to you. As women, we may compare ourselves to other women. I had a conversation with somebody a while ago, and it seems like both men and women agree that men do everything for women, And women also do everything for women. So as a woman, you know, sometimes we have the tendency to compare ourselves to other people, and that never makes us feel good. And not even just that, you know, I would compare myself to my level of success to other people because of the bad decisions I made in the past. I felt like I should be so much further than where I am, but that's okay because I'm now just finding my purpose, and I'm now just, you know, finding what it is that I'm going to be successful at. So my car was full and my video just cut off. Everything is working against me. If y'all hear a loud beeping noise, that's because for some reason my fire alarm or my smoke detector, it just keeps like, it's not doing the beep like the battery needs to be changed. It's doing the beep like it's a fire in here, and there's like, I have not cooked since I've been home. I'm not trying to burn my house down. So I don't know. Everything is like trying to work against me for recording this video. That's how I know that it's time to record it. Okay, so I was talking about seeking validation from other people. Ways that I was seeking validation in other people was I was needing validation on all the decisions that I made. Like I was seeking, I was not even that, I just needed every decision that I made. I needed to know that it was a good decision or it was a bad decision because of all the mistakes that I made in the past. I was too afraid to make my own decisions again. So I constantly needed validation, but not realizing that allowing other people to make decisions for me was not me living my life. So I suck validation in needing validation in my decisions. Another way that I always needed validation was in the guys that I was dating. I would constantly need them to tell me, oh, you look nice, or I needed a man in order to even feel good about myself. I put my value in men. I needed validation from them all the time. The number 3 way that I realized that it was time for me to change my thinking was I was always trying to manipulate things. And when I say manipulate, I mean control. I would try to control how people felt about me. I would try to control other people. I was just always constantly trying to control everything, which also ties into having a lack of faith. But I was always manipulating situations to try to be in control instead of just allowing God to be in control of everything. The next way that I knew that it was time for me to change my thinking was I was always getting offended. Like, it wouldn't matter what tone someone was talking to me in. It wouldn't matter if they weren't trying to be negative or if they really were just joking. I was always getting offended. I always took things the wrong way, and it was because of my own insecurity. So once I realized that everybody is not out to get me and everybody is not trying to talk junk to me, trying to stop cursing, when I realized that, then I realized that that's something else I needed to change in order to improve my own thinking. The next way I knew I needed to change my thinking was I was always worried. That ties into having a lack of faith also, but I mean, I was always anxious, always high-strung, always worried about everything. Like, I'm worried about things that, I mean, never happened. And so that's another thing that I learned that I had to improve on. I had to get more faith and worry less, because you can't have faith and worry in the same place. So as you strengthen one, the other one becomes more diminished. So needed more faith so I can stop worrying so much. Something else that let me know that I needed to change my thinking is also kind of like the worry part. I was just never at peace. You know, the more faith that I had, or the more faith that I get, I'm still on this whole trying to learn about faith journey. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not there yet, but I'm definitely trying to get there. But as my faith increases, my worries decrease and my peace also increases. So yes, that is another way that I realized it was time to change things. It was time to change things. So another way that I realized I needed to change my thinking was I was becoming so unproductive. And that was because I was thinking and my mind was consumed with things that it really did not need to be thinking about. I was focused on the wrong thing for a long time, which caused me to stop worrying or focusing on myself, which when I look back over like a 6-month span or a year span, I'm looking like, you know, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm being very unproductive, and it's all because I'm thinking about the wrong thing. My mind is in a negative place, so it's causing my life to also be in a negative place. Another way that I realized it was time for me to change my thinking is that I wasn't feeling a real connection with people, and I wasn't feeling a connection with them because I was always worried, and I was worried about would they accept me, can I be myself, and for a moment there it wasn't even can I be myself, it was who am I, you know. And I'm still at a place now where I know who I am, but it's still questions about myself that I'm just like you know. And so that caused me to not have a real connection with people, and we are all relational beings. We were not put here on earth to be by ourselves and be totally alone. And so when you don't have real relationships with people, because you're not building real connections with people, you start to realize that you're thinking negatively, which is causing you to not be able to connect with other people. You know, it's not allowing you to let your guard down. It's not allowing you to even be yourself or feel free being yourself, because you don't think very highly of yourself, and you don't think very highly of your life, or whatever it is that's making you think negatively. It's holding you back from making relationships with people. And the last way that I knew that it was just time for me to change my thinking, or the last thing that I knew I needed to change, was that I was just completely ungrateful. I mean, I was so very ungrateful, and it came to a point, I mean, this might sound crazy, but it came to a point to where it was like anything that I just wasn't grateful for just started getting taken away. Oh, you're not grateful for this? Okay, yep. Let me see how you do without it. Oh, you want it now, huh? So when I realized that I just started being grateful for the little things. Like, some people might be like, what? You learned how to fill in your eyebrows? Like, I'm grateful I had the opportunity to learn something new today. Like, I'm grateful for, I try to be grateful for everything now, because at the end of the day, you don't have to have any of this. What you do have, you were chosen to have that, you know, or you chose to have that. You know, you don't have you don't have to have it, you know, and it can definitely be taken away, you know. So once I became more grateful for the little things, I started seeing that other things in my life started working out. So that's how I knew, okay, yep, good thing I'm trying to change that. So in addition to ways that I learned, or things that I noticed about myself that made me realize I needed to change my thinking, I'm also going to include some things that help me change my thinking. The number one thing that I would recommend to somebody who want to change their thinking is reading. I mean, and this is coming from somebody who in the 8th grade, my teacher told me that I was not equipped for honors English when you know, I was a pretty gifted kid in certain areas, but there were certain areas that I was not gifted in, and writing and reading was not one of them. And I never enjoyed reading. I'm the type of kid that always wanted to be outside riding bikes, always wanted to be doing something fun. I could care less about reading, and I was just naturally gifted in math. So, you know, I hated reading, you know, but once I picked up a book that allowed me to better myself, or I felt like it was a part, it helped me start thinking better. It helped me. Once I picked up my first self-help book, I did not want to go back, and it really sparked my love for reading. And so anybody that's trying to change their thinking, I would definitely tell you to pick up a book, you know, or go read a blog, or, you know, just read about it. You know, you don't have to go buy the book. I found blogs to be just as helpful as books, and a lot of the people who write self-help books, they have blogs too, which are free to read. So just read about somebody that is trying to get where you're trying to go, or somebody that's ever felt how you felt, and that will help you improve your thinking. One thing that I'm going to start trying is meditation. There was a point in time where I was consistent with meditation, and I felt like it made me a lot less impulsive. You know, I can be a very impulsive person. As soon as I think about something, if I want to do it, I just go and do it. I like to call it spontaneous, but that's not always a good thing. And I knew at that point in time that meditation was really helping me with the impulsiveness, and it was also helping me just think clearer and worry less. I felt a lot more centered. So I'm going to pick meditation back up, and I'm also going to try yoga. So anybody watching that does yoga, tell me about how it is. You know, I've heard great things, but just tell me what you like about yoga. Tell me how it has helped you. Excuse me. The bubbling. But yeah, so tell me what you think about yoga. Tell me how it helped you, or if you didn't like yoga, I'm here to hear, you know, I'm here to hear how you didn't like it. And something else that I would definitely recommend to anybody trying to change their thinking is exercise. Exercise. And it seems like it's no better time to want to exercise than now. I have put a whole exercise routine together for weeks, just from watching other people on Instagram and picking up workouts from other people. Like, you know, there's so many people out here that are on their health and fitness and health and wealth tip right now. You can read a book about improving your mindset. Then you can go and you can find some videos on how to build the body that you want, or how to just exercise, because exercising isn't always about being vain and having a nice body. Exercising is about being healthy. It makes you healthy. And I haven't watched What the Health all the way through, but I have heard so much stuff about it, and I just want to be healthy from what I heard about What the Health. But exercising, anytime you exercise, it builds up endorphins in your body that just naturally make you feel happier. And anyone who is big into exercise, or anyone who likes to exercise, they will tell you that after you get done with a good workout, it is euphoric. The hardest part about the gym is getting to the gym. Once you get there, I'm telling you, you'll never regret going to the gym. So, and you know, we all do want our bodies to look nice, you know, that's natural for us to want, but it's really about all the good endorphins that you're releasing that just naturally make you happy whenever it comes to changing the way you're thinking and exercise. My name is Lanice, and I hope that I helped everybody today who is wanting to change their thinking, or whoever, you know, people out there who might be trying to change their thinking and might not know if it really is their thinking. I hope that I have helped you today. I hope that I have been able to be transparent enough for you to see that I'm still working on these things too. But these are just things that I've noticed that I want to work on, and these are just a few things that I'm working on, a few things that I'm doing that are helping me work in these areas of my life. So my name is Lanice, and I'm here with Slip, speaking life into people, and I hope you guys enjoyed.